Today, let us look at this book, Swami Encounters with Modern Mystics by Doc Boyd. So basically, this book has been published by the Himalayan International Institute of Yoga Science and Philosophy. This book looks at mysticism not only as an aspect of religion but beyond religion. It sees it as a frontier of human potential. The book's foundation is built on this scientific testing of Swami Rama at the Menninger Foundation. And so what happens is Swami Rama had demonstrated the ability to create atrial flutter, a state where the heart beats so fast, nearly 300 BPM, and that it effectively stops pumping blood for several seconds, which should lead to unconsciousness or death in an untrained person. Then he also could simultaneously make one side of his palm hot and the other side cold, and a difference of several degrees, demonstrating a level of control over the autonomic nervous system previously thought impossible by Western medicine. Boyd emphasizes that these feats are not miracles but the result of intense neurological training. It suggests that our involuntary systems are actually unconscious systems that can be brought under conscious control. When Boyd moves from the lab to the ashrams of India, the narrative shifts from data to philosophy. He meets various swamis and his descriptions break down common stereotypes. He notes that the most advanced mystics often have the least interest in being famous. They don't seek followers, they seek to share a method for others to find them their own inner light. So the role of the guru is that, how Boyd explains, is that a true guru acts as a mirror, reflecting the students' own obstacles back at them until they are forced to confront and dissolve them. He observes that for these masters, meditation isn't just something done for an hour on a mat. It is a state of constant awareness maintained while eating, walking, and talking. Boyd also elaborates on the yogic science of the mind, which divides our internal experiences into distinct layers, starting with manas, that is the sensory mind, which collects data from the world and control through sensory withdrawal, that's pratyahara. And then there is ahankara, which is ego, the I that claims experiences, observes objectively to reduce personal bias and pride. Then there's buddhi, which is intellect, the faculty of judgment and wisdom, and sharpened to distinguish between the temporary and the eternal. Then there's the Atman, the self, the core consciousness, the ultimate goal of all yoga and meditation, the synthesis. Why this matters to the West is because the elaborate truth of Boyd's book is that it serves as a wake-up call for the Western world's approach to health and happiness. The crisis of exteriority that the West has, like Boyd argues, that the West is hyper-focused on fixing the external world, same technology, wealth, medicine, while the internal world remains a chaotic mess. The book essentially predicted the rise of modern biofeedback and mindfulness-based stress reduction. It argues that decades ago that it can learn to watch our thoughts. If we can learn to watch our thoughts, we can prevent the physiological damage caused by chronic stress. Boyd also concludes that you don't need to be Indian or Hindu to be a Swami. Mastery of the self is a biological birthright available to anyone willing to undergo the discipline of self-observation. The Swami is a bridge between the EER, electroencephalogram, and the Vedas. It shows that while the West has perfected the study of the object, the East has perfected the study of the subject. By bringing them together, Doc Boyd suggests we can finally understand what it truly means to be a complete human being. So this book, there are a lot of researchers who are interested in this field who can look at this book. There's a possibility of demystifying the saint and finding what there is that makes a human move beyond his human potential and become a mystic, right? There are certain things like, for example, fear. He talks also about fear at some point of time. He talks about fear, saying that fear is rooted in ignorance. Through the teachings of the mystics he meets, Boyd learns that most human suffering and fear, that is avidya, comes from not knowing one's own nature. And he also says that stillness is a weapon. And so the mystic's power is that, it's a power. Mystic's power isn't just about stopping one's heart. It's about maintaining inner stillness in the face of external chaos, say like a storm or a life crisis. So to conquer fear, one must turn the attention inward, acknowledge the inner demons, and realize they lose power once they are squarely faced. Swami is more than a travelogue or a biography. It is a bridge. It invites readers to look beyond the exotic image of the bearded holy man and recognize that the potential for self-mastery, mental clarity, and physical health is a universal human potential that they can be unlocked through discipline and self-inquiry. There's a lot of things to explore in this book, which I'm not going to cover line by line. But like I told you, there is a lot of interactions between the author and also, say like this, there's a lot of interaction between the author and the Swamis. So from a Western mindset, I think this book will be a good start into mysticism, into how the Oriental or the Indian philosophy, the Hindu philosophies have developed and have evolved and are beyond science to that extent, and even scientific knowledge is not that advanced as much as how the Hindu civilization has taken it up and taken it forward with these Babas and all the great Rishi Munis and Sant Samaj. So thank you for listening to this patiently. Hope you have a nice day.